Hey everyone, welcome to Screen Time Chronicles podcast, your go-to source for the latest in world events, relationships, health, and celebrity news. I'm your host, Screen Time Amon, and each week we'll bring you the stories that matter most, diving into everything from global headlines to the latest trends shaping our lives. So whether you're tuning in for the drama, the facts, or the laughs, we got you covered. Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started. Hey, how's everybody doing? Happy Monday. We're going to Tuesday. I'm your host, Screen Time Amon. I haven't been on here in a while, man. I was a little under the weather. If you could tell, you can hear my voice. I'm still a little under the weather. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I was resting, so I really haven't been on here. But don't think that the podcast has gone away. No, it's not. I'm still here. I'm standing strong. That's what it's about. I'm still here. You better believe it. Man. It's been a crazy week. We got so much that's going on in the world, man. As you know, it's always like that. We got so much going on. It never stops, you know. It never stops. It's a crazy situation. It's always like that. We got so much going on. It never stops. I don't know. It never stops. I don't know what to really think of all this madness going on. There's so much craziness that's happening, right? And you wonder why. You know, you really wonder why. And you think, you see every day it's something going crazy. It's something going crazy. There's always something. But here we are again. We're going through it. It's been a couple of weeks, you know, even about the escapees down in New Orleans. That's a madman because it's only 2 left out of the 10. It's 2 that's left, but that's on the run. And I'm starting to believe it's more to the story. You know, when you look at everything that's going on, I'm starting to believe that it's a little more that's going on to the story. Now, I could be wrong, but I mean, let's hear it from the horse's mouth because I don't know. To me, it seems like it's more to the story, man. This young gentleman, and I'm not saying he's wrong or if he's right, but he has proper paperwork to show his situation. You know, am I saying he right for whatever he did? No, because I don't know the whole case. But that man is showing this paperwork. That's what y'all say. Show paperwork, right? That's what he's doing. He's showing the paperwork to what he was charged with, to everything that's going on. Even he's talking about somebody let them out. Yeah, we know somebody let him out. Do you believe that he was coerced into this, or do you believe him? Do you think he's lying? What do you think that this young gentleman is doing? Because it's something going on with this story, and this man is free. They want this man. I don't know if he's gonna make it now that he put this live up. You know, they don't want no prison wants the inside story told. No prison wants the inside story told. See, and that's where the problem comes in at, because this young gentleman is definitely. How you doing, Nate? Welcome to Screen Time tonight. This young gentleman has put up this paperwork. They say always show paperwork. When you come in there, you got to show paperwork. So now that this man is on the run, he's showing paperwork of his case. He's showing, and he's even talking about that he was let go. He's talking about he was released. These people let them out. Something is going on in that prison, because they're constantly having people leave that place, escape from that place. And this young man, I believe, I sat there and listened to him. Some of this might be facts, and like I said, I'm not God, but I believe some of this may be facts. And that's what people got to understand. When somebody get away from that type of environment, this man is going through everything. He's risking his life, because all they got to do is follow the IP address for him being on live. They can find out whoever it is, or whoever let him use it. They probably going to hold them too accountable. That's another thing. A lot of people risking their lives. This young man may be telling the truth, and he's very open to can on what's been going on down there. And I'm afraid that they might try to shut him up because he has the information to really speak on what's going on there. He really can speak on what's on the inside. And I don't think he lied, man. Paperwork show everything. He showed the paperwork of them falsely accusing him of messing with a minor, him raping someone. He has his paperwork, man. Ain't too many people can have paperwork. He's showing his case. He's pleading his case. Now, I don't know if anybody gonna help him. I doubt it. You know, I see he's screaming out Meek Mills and Lil Wayne, and I don't know if he reached out to Kim Kardashian. Seen he said Trump. This young man is crying for help. You know, and he went to the extent to get on live, man. That's for you to be escaping, you going on live, you taking a hell of a chance. And I mean, he's taking a hell of a chance. And that's how I feel. I think this young man has a lot to tell about what's going on, and who to tell it best is the people that's been inside that place. They can tell you what's really going on. And I know, we all know prisons are the worst place to be at. They have so many skeletons in their closet. It's crazy. I really believe this young man, he's telling something. Now, his truth, I can't say, but I believe he's telling something that's very important, and these people need to jump on it and check these out. We already know there's a lot of innocent people that's locked up. We do know that. There's a lot of people that deserve to be locked up. But this young man is speaking about something. This young man is saying something. And I think they need to check this out. He get a lawyer, man, and go turn yourself in. You know, if it's more to the story, I'm quite sure lawyers are probably reaching out to this young guy. I'm quite sure, because this is a case they can win a lawsuit if it's really that deep. But he needs to go turn himself in, like they said, before they get him for other charges. But they're going to penalize him anyway because he's telling the truth on some of the things. I just feel that way. Like I said, I feel that way. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I think that he knows something more of what's going on down there in Orleans, and he's going to let it be known. And that's what they're scared of. So I pray that this young man don't get killed. I pray this young man go get a lawyer. If you are innocent, somebody's out there willing to take these cases, these type of cases. If you're an innocent man, go get a lawyer, go turn yourself in so they don't try to do no harm to you. That's what I would recommend, because that paperwork talk, man. If you got paperwork, you can show it. He's showing paperwork. And that's the let me show you, you know, I don't know if you've seen it because I'm running late. So you might have seen it already, but let me show you what he's saying.
I'm one of the ones that was let out of the GC. What I want to talk about today is as far as why I was in Orleans Parish Jail. I was in custody for almost 8 months. All right, 6 months, something like that. I was in there for theft of a motor vehicle and domestic abuse involving strangulation. That's what I was in Orleans Parish for. Okay, but before I was in Orleans Parish, I was in a jail called St. Tammany Detention Center. All right, St. Tammany Jail here and St. Tammany Parish. There's two different parishes, Orleans and St. Tammany. Okay, today what I want to talk about is that I was on second-degree kidnapping, second-degree rape, domestic abuse, battery involving strangulation, domestic abuse, battery, violation of protective order, right? On this woman right here, her name is Diamond White. That's her name. This is a district attorney drop form right here. And she's not a child. She's an adult, a full adult. I was dating this woman. This is a legalized affidavit saying all allegations against me is false. You remember, all allegations against me is false. I was nowhere around her or none of that.
If you're a man who makes at least 150 grand a year and you're still embarrassed to take your shirt off at the pool, I will get you.
During the timing of the date, which was November the 10th of 2024. Okay, so I was in Centennial, right, and I was on a regular domestic charge, right. So they put a parole hold on me because I was on a domestic charge. So with that being said, is that once that occurred, and the charges was refused or whatever, they shipped me to Orleans Parish where I had more open charges. Was the death.
Now, do you think that he would go this far to speak this much? What's your opinion? I wanted to stop it a little bit. Do you think that what he's saying is accurate and he's telling the truth? I don't think he's making it up. Just my opinion. If I'm wrong, y'all could please address it and say something about it. But do you feel that this young man is telling the story just to stay out? Now, just listen to what he's saying. I'm gonna go back to it and let y'all hear the rest of it.
A motor vehicle and a domestic abuse battery involving strangulation. So once I got in Orleans Parish jail, all right, I have from the district attorney's office this woman who they say that I initially raped in another parish and in Orleans Parish, the same woman here. It's not different females, it's the same grown woman, not a child, a grown woman. Okay, she did the same thing in Orleans Parish, right? Correct. I'm about to show you how the system is corrupted. Okay, she did this, right? Saying all allegations against me is false, and she even saying it. She let her know the truth that I never did this to her. I never hit her. I was nowhere around her. Nothing. She got mad and thought that I was dealing with another woman. That's why she did what she did to me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing too. Once I got
now, fellas, y'all hear this, right? You see what he's going through. Now, I've heard people go through things like this. And some of y'all women are foul. Some, I ain't say all. Some of y'all women are foul for doing stuff like this. I don't know if he's telling the truth, but I've known people to go to jail for false allegations. So you gotta use your own judgment on this. He has his paperwork, he's speaking his truth.
Into Orleans Parish, I was there for like a month or something like that. Okay, a lot went on as that time progressed. Okay, if you was an innocent person and you know the judges and DA know that this person is saying that all the charges that you're on that you did not do, why was you still in jail? Louisiana have the highest incarceration rate in the world for putting black people away. Yes. At the end of the day, in my younger life, I'm not gonna lie, I was causing problems. I was young. My daddy got killed when I was 7 years old. My mom had to raise 4 children by herself, so I had to find a way to try to help my mother. You feel what I'm saying? But as time went on, the person that I once was, I'm not that person today. That is not who I am. I have a 3-year-old son. I have an 8.
Now, I can't say that he ain't changed. We all change. We all make mistakes in our lives. And some people change, some people don't. I would love to hear more of this story, man. I think this young gentleman is showing the proof of what's going on in his world. I'm not here to judge him, but you got to think twice on this. This young guy could be telling the truth. Somebody need to hear him out, but I think he should get a lawyer. I think he should, go turn himself in before it gets worse, because they're gonna really, with him saying this stuff, they're gonna really get him out there. Let me go ahead back to it. You guys.
18-year-old daughter that graduated yesterday supposed to be. At the end of the day, that people don't understand that they see that I'm armed and dangerous. I have a heart. People that know me know that at the end of the day, I am a good person. So I'm asking for help from the world, from Meat Mills, Lil Wayne, Young Boy, Donald Trump. I'm asking for these people. I couldn't even get a lawyer. I couldn't even afford a lawyer to prove my innocence while I was in Orleans Parish jail. They said that I broke out. I didn't break out.
See, you guys, that is showing you ain't got the money to pay for no good lawyer. You messed up. A public defender is going railroad you because they work with the system. They getting a check from the system, so their job is to get the conviction or make you take a plea bargain. He just said it. He ain't had money. You better pay attention. If your money ain't right and you out here doing wrong, you get a public defender, you going up the road. And that's just real. He just spoke on it. That's a given fact. If you don't have the money for a great lawyer, you're going up the road. These public offenders are there to work for the city, for the government. They're not there to work for you. There's a lot of brothers that could have beat their case, but they ain't know no better. They got a public defender, and where they at? So listen to what he just said. Now let me go back to it.
I was let out. My name is Antoine Massey. The guy who said that I threatened him with a shank, the maintenance guy, how could I threaten you with a shank? If you can't come around me, you're a maintenance. You cannot come on the tills without a deputy being behind you. Because if they just let you on the till, you could be persuaded to bring drugs or anything like that nature. So how can I threaten you to jail you? And why you didn't notify the people, the police, that if I did threaten you, you never did that? Like,
hey, man, I kind of believe him on that too. You know, you got to be escorted to get on the pound. He could never be in there by himself. That's a fact. Whoever been to the jail, you know the maintenance man can't be in there by himself with any prisoners if he's not a prisoner. You know, that's just real talk. And they walk, even the prisoners around to clean the floors, they walk them around. So he's speaking the truth. How did that maintenance man get around him in his cell and all that, and for him to be able to talk to him without no guards around? You know, you got to listen to what he's saying. Let me go back. Just listen to what he's saying. Let me try to.
Because if they just let you on the till, you could be persuaded to bring drugs or anything like that nature. So how can I threaten you to jail you? And why you didn't notify the people, the police, that if I did threaten you, you never did that? Like, you flat out lied on me. Sterling flat out lied on me.
Man, I believe him. There's more to what's going on. I believe what he's saying. That's just me. Like I said, y'all do your own homework and y'all have y'all own opinions. If you think it's wrong, gladly speak up. You know, put it in the comments so you can call in. I believe that he's telling the truth, man. If you've been locked up, you know for a fact, no custodian or whoever clean up the floor and you ain't a prisoner, you're going to be escorted by the guards. You will not be left alone in there without any guards being around. So is he trying to tell you something? Come on, y'all do your own homework. Is he trying to tell you something? There's more to the story, right? I believe it is. I believe it's a whole lot more to the story.
And I want to let the media know that from the straight tattoos in my face and things of that nature, of course they're going to believe Sterling. You know what I'm saying? I never told Sterling nothing. I'm willing to take.
See, and that's another thing. I got to mention this, and I'm going to let it play all the way through after this. He's making valid points. Man, all them tattoos y'all be getting on your faces and all that stuff, it makes, like, right here, like he said, it's making you look bad. You don't got no job. You're just out there in the streets. What you think people gonna think? If you got all them tattoos that's either gang related or have a bad meaning to it, what you think the public gonna think of you? You're not gonna be able to get no job nowhere. What you think that they're gonna categorize you and put you in that box every time? So stop getting these tattoos on your face. That's not cool, man. You ain't even no multimillionaire. It's not worth it, man, because you setting yourself up for failure even more with that tattoos. Let me go back to this. Man, it just froze. Wow. Sorry about that. It froze up on.
A lie detector test and everything behind that, but that's another subject. Orleans Parish is one of the corruptedest jails. That in St. Tammany Parish is the corruptedest jails in the state of Louisiana. Why was I even incarcerated with a woman saying that this never happened? This is this woman's name. This is the charge, domestic abuse violation. This is about the shit in St. Tammany. Why was I in Orleans Parish? Why was I even in jail? That's what I'm trying to show y'all. That's why I left the jail. And they have a lot more brothers that's innocent, just like me, that's trying to prove they're innocent. That's why they ran. Jason Williams, the sheriff, Susan Hudson, these people are corrupted. These people was talking to St. Tammany and telling St. Tammany they gonna sentence me behind this, and telling St. Tammany if they can't get me, St. Tammany gonna get me. You see what I'm saying? Behind a woman that's a grown adult that never stated that I ever raped her. They have a detective that's over the case that's trying to pursue charges on me because of my prior history. Who I was in the past is not who I am today. So I'm asking for the media. I don't even have a lawyer to help me. I'm asking for help. That's why I ran. You feel me? I'm a grown man. I have kids. I have a mother. I have a baby mother, a child, my children mother. Like it's a lot going on. And that's why I ran. I need help. You feel what I'm saying? Orleans Parish in St. Tammany is one of the corruptest parishes in the world. And I'm asking for help. There's a lot of corruption. It's jiggins, all type of stuff going on, and they covering it up. They don't care about nothing in the state of Louisiana. This is something that needs to go under a federal investigation. What's going on? How they handling cases? Why Antoine Massey was in jail if the woman, the victim, the grown woman, not a child, the grown woman stated that he never raped her, he never beat her, he was nowhere in her presence. This is the affidavits on the date right here. This is the drop form from the district attorney office. This woman went did this. I didn't do this. Look, it's legally dated. So I'm asking, please, for help.
And I'm listening to the young man cry for help. I'm somewhat believe him. Like I said, I don't know everything, but go to that video, go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's all over the place, man. Like I said, I'm late posting and talking about it because I've been under the weather, but I said I was going to get on here today. Go check that out. I believe the young man on some of the things he is saying. You guys need to go check it out. Let's finish this. We got a few more minutes.
Young boy, Meek Mills, people, LBL, you know what I'm saying? People that been through the system that know it's corrupt. Lil Wayne, Donald Trump, please, I'm asking for help. You know what I'm saying? When I get back in custody, I'm asking y'all please to come and help. You feel what I'm saying? I'm asking the world I'm letting y'all know I'm not a raper, man. I'm not none of that. None of that. I'm a good person. I am a father that want to be in my children's life. You know what I'm saying? I want to let the younger youth know that going down the route of trying to be a street person is not the route. That's what type of person I am. Yes, I was lied on. They made certain lie on me. All the guys they picked me for him to lie on. I'm not saying Sterling a bad guy, but why did you pick me to lie on, bro? It's bigger than Sterling. I don't know why they picked me for him to lie on, but I never threatened Sterling ever. How could I threaten Sterling or hurt Sterling? He cannot come on a tip with me without a deputy being present. My name is Antoine Massey. I'm asking for help. I was one of the ones that was let out Orleans Parish Jail on May the 16th or May the 15th, 2025. So please, Meek Mills, Donald Trump, Lil Wayne, please help me. Lil Wayne, this is Big Antoine's son that's talking right now. I'm Lil Antoine. I was in your mama wedding when she married Rabbit. I was the ring boy, Lil Wayne. Please help me, bro.
Hey. That's deep. That's deep. That's real deep. I don't know, you know. Only thing I can say is, man, I hope this guy get the help. I really hope he gets the help that he needs. And if he's telling the truth, they can stop this. It's not going to stop all corruption because that's what's going on in them prisons. That's why they making them. They got their own rules, their own regulations. That's what you fall in when you go behind them walls. But to me, I think what he's saying is true. And like I said, if you feel it's wrong, please feel free to comment on it. You can say, you know, you're right to voice your opinion. And that's just how I see it. I feel this guy is really, I feel it's about him. I really do. I really feel he's telling the truth, man. I don't think that fool gonna go in there and get on live because they gonna find him. They're gonna eventually find the IP address to whoever house he used to get online and all that stuff. You going to jail. You better believe that. You going to jail, they gonna lock you up because they're gonna say you aiding in the bed. They're gonna lock you up too. So you better go get a lawyer. That's what you better go do. You better go get a lawyer too, because whoever's helping them got him in their house. He's in the house or whatever, apartment, whatever, I don't know, but he's in somebody's house. Somebody let him use the phone. So whoever that is going to jail too. They're gonna definitely you definitely going to jail. You better believe that. So get your lawyer together too, man. These are the things that we go through, like I said. You know, I will be on tomorrow and I'll be on much earlier, but I wanted to get this off and talk about this, man. This is crazy. Okay. And I think, you know, I think most of the stuff that he was saying is definitely something that people need to look into. Hopefully some lawyer, he's saying he can't get a lawyer, but he got paperwork, man. I hope a pro bono lawyer goes and see what's going on. At least get a man a benefit of the doubt. No, because I ain't seen too many people get on no line and plead their case. This man trying to plead his case, so they need to look at it. Okay? So thanks for tuning in to another episode of SCREENTIME Chronicles podcast. We hope you enjoyed tonight's journey through the latest in world events, relationships, health, and celebrity news. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your friends because this conversation don't stop here. Stay connected and join us next time for more insights, laugh, and the latest headlines that you need to know. Until then, take care, keep the screen filled with stories that matter. I'm your host, SCREENTIME Amon. Good night.